Hello there, hello there. Hopefully you guys can see me pretty good. Right. Hold on. Stand by. See, the light is so tricky because I don't know. But anyways, let me get this situation going real quick. So you guys, we're going to be talking about a few things. Well, not really. We're just going to be talking about acne myths. Give me a second, and I'm going to have my playbook in the back because that is a very important part of what we're going to be talking about today. Um, yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let me. Mhm. Okay. All right. So let me get my lovely little notes up really quickly so that I am ready to go. All right. Okay. All right, let's get this going. So today we're going to be talking about myths when it comes to acne. It's really important that you know that not everything that you hear about acne is true. Like I always tell people, Google is free. So I'm always like, get into your Google, research things. Don't just go off of what you see. But anyway, so today we're gonna just like if you tried everything with your acne and you just want to know like what's fact from myth or what's actually true, that's what we're gonna talk about today. Also, I did do this and posted on my store, not my stories, posted in the community tab with a few myths that I already talked about earlier today. So we're gonna be doing some different ones in this live. Um, Quickly, if you are new here, hi, I'm Eunice, your skin spiritualist, and I have dealt with acne for years. I have tried everything with acne for a very long time, and then I eventually found out what worked for me, and that's how this whole channel began about over 10 years ago. And I have been maintaining my acne and maintaining clear skin. Um, till this day. So this is why I'm able to come to you and tell you guys, the secret sauce, if you will, to maintaining clear skin, as well as the clear skin playbook that I just released. So let's go ahead and let's get into these myths, okay? So I have my notes here. If you see me looking down, that is what I'm looking down at. All right. Let's see. So the first myth is drying out acne makes it go away. Okay. Now, why someone would believe that if you dry out acne, it will go away is because, acne oil sebum, you get what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense that if you dry it out, it will go away. But a lot of people don't know, and I touch on this as well in the Clear Skin Playbook, is that there are different types of acne. Okay. You have different types of acne. And if you are a dry skin acne, drying out a pimple is not going to do much for you, okay? But I do get why people would believe this because if you are oily skin like me, drying out a pimple may possibly work. But if you have drier skin, then that's really not going to work for you, okay? Um, and in certain skin situations or in certain skin types, it can actually make it worse. All right. So that's why it's important to know your skin type when it comes to not just overall, but also when it comes to acne so that you know what you are dealing with when it comes to how to treat acne and certain pimples, bumps, outbreaks, all that. Okay. So it is very important to not always think that drying out acne will make it better. All right. Especially too, and I touched on this in the Clear Skin Playbook as well. If it's hormonal acne, that's a whole different ball game as well. All right. So you just want to be mindful of that. So myth number two is more products equal better results. And I hear this from my clients as well. They talk about how, they're trying all these products with different ingredients in it. And they're thinking that if they throw everything on their face at once, their skin will get better. And see, this is where you kind of shoot yourself in the foot. If you are doing too much to the skin is confused, the skin doesn't know which way you're going, and that can end up causing more harm than good, right? I always say, for example, if you want to start doing salicylic acid for your acne, stick with that. Stick with salicylic acid in your acne. See how that works for like the Okay, I went out for a second, but we're back. Connection was lost. Anyways, let's say you have an active like breakout or whatever, and you take some witch hazel and you put it to face. You will feel a sting. Okay, that's just normal because you're putting an astringent on an inflamed area. But if you are burning, like a burning sensation, that is not what it should be. That is causing more harm than good. Okay, so if you are using a product or anything and it is burning your skin, you should not be using that on your skin when it comes to acne. All right. And that is also something that I do break down in the Clear Skin Playbook as well. Is that when you should be using, especially these ingredients when it comes to acne, you want to make sure you are using them correctly and make sure that you're not mixing certain ingredients that you shouldn't be mixing together. Okay? Because if you're mixing things, it can cause your skin to have a reaction. If you are using too much of something, it can cause burning, sensitivity to sun, and other things like that. So it's very important that when you are using these ingredients when it comes to acne, you are using them correctly so that you are not burning your skin, because we want to see improvement in the skin. We don't want to see you do more harm. Okay. And for example, today I had a client and she came in and I asked her, how often are you exfoliating? And she said she exfoliated every day and could not figure out why her skin was acting the way that it was. And I was like, you're not supposed to exfoliate every day. It is once a week. Okay. So just keep in mind when you are using any of these ingredients, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, any of these tretinoins, retinas, any of those things, make sure you are doing your research and using them appropriately so that you are getting the best results from them. Okay. Um, and then I'm going to go ahead really quickly and open up the floor to you guys. I just want to know where you guys are watching from, who's in the building. Your girl here, we're from LA. Okay. um, so yeah. And then I'm going to take a moment really quickly and I'm going to go ahead and pin my ebook, The Clear Skin Playbook, right into the chat for you guys so that you guys can go ahead and check that out. Give me a second really quickly. And also too, while that's going, I'm just going to give you guys a moment to kind of chime in. I want to know where you guys watching from. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on in. Okay, we're going to jump on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick the link to my ebook here for you guys to be able to go and take a look at. And I'm also having a sale on it. So it is $5 off for 24 hours. So definitely take advantage of that. But it's a perfect tool because I feel like I wish I had this when I was going through like figuring out what worked for me. And the reason why I created this ebook as well is just that, like, it's a guide, it's a tool for you to use, something that you can always refer back to, just like something to always have. So I think that's really important. And it's pretty simple to break down. It's not anything hard to understand or read through. Anyone from teenager to an older woman can read this and apply it to your skincare routine. So I did go ahead and pin the playbook right into the live. And what you would do is you would click it. I am through Shopify, and you will go, and when you place it in the cart, you will see that the price will reduce. So it'll go from $12 to $7 because it is $5 off. So definitely take advantage, especially as the new year is coming along. Get that clear skin popping, okay? Get on your skin routine. All right. I don't want to hear no more because I'm giving y'all the tools. Okay. All right, so let me get back into my notes really quickly, and then we're going to continue on with this. Okay, so um, okay, so let's get into. Okay, So let's go ahead and let's go over some more myths really quickly because I did talk about some earlier today. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna continue this on. So the next myth is that all acne is the same. Okay. And all acne is not the same. Like I said, acne is different. There are different causes of your acne. There are different types of acne. It can be something as simple as, not so severe acne to really severe acne where you have like cystic acne. It's so deep under the skin, it's painful. They leave really bad scars on the skin. So not all acne is the same, and so it shouldn't be treated the same. All right, so if you think all acne is the same, no, that's definitely not it. Okay. The next myth is that acne is caused by bacteria alone. And like I said, I feel like majority of the people or clients that I have that come into me is because they're not cleansing their face properly. They're not cleansing their pillowcases. They're not washing their hair. Their hair is in their face. That is also something that is a realistic thing. But at the same time, like we spoke about before, there are times when acne can be hormonal. Okay, you can do everything in the world, but your hormones are off, right? It can be stress, and we talk about that also in the Clear Skin Playbook, is we talk about how, stress and your lifestyle that can have a hit on how your face, functions, and you having more acne. And I know that firsthand. Okay, I used to work Macy's in retail, and I was going to school at the same time, and my skin was not a happy camper. And I had to know, like, dang, what is doing this? Why did my skin go from being fine to all of a sudden not being fine? And it also came to me realizing that I'm going to school, I'm working, I'm under a little bit more stress, and so my skin was really showing it. But it took me some time to actually sit down and look at everything that was going on with me. And that is something that I always say when it comes to acne, is that it's not just one thing. You really have to look at your life, not just what you're looking at, but your life, your job, your relationship. Like, what is causing you to stress? Your bills. Like, if you are doing too much, juggling too much, you have to look at the complete picture to really make sure that you are checking all the marks, okay? Because you can have a 5-step skincare routine, but if you're stressed the hell out, your skin is not going to get clear. Okay, so make sure you're checking that. All right. So the next myth is that the more product you use, the faster you'll clear your skin. I think that we already talked about this in another myth, the one that I just talked about. The more products you use, the better. We all know that's not it. The less overdoing it can irritate your skin. We're going to skip that one because we already talked about it. And then another one is you need to drink more water. I used to hear this a lot. I used to hear this so much. Like, I think like back when I was doing my whole research and all that, they were saying, oh, you're not drinking enough water. If you drink water, your skin will clear up. And while water is amazing for the skin, don't get me wrong, you need to have your hydration. There's more to acne than just hydration, right? You can't just be drinking a bunch of water and think your skin is going to get better. No, that's not the case for everyone. It's good to be hydrated, but usually that's not the case. If you look at skin, right, and you want to know if you're dehydrated, your skin will be dull, flaky. That's more of what dehydrated skin looks like. Not so much as acne, I would say. You would see more so like flaky, dry skin. Excuse me. Okay, so just because you drink more water doesn't mean your acne is going to go away. Not at all. All right. Anyone have any questions in the chat? Anyone have any questions in the chat? All right. So let's get into all right. So as we wrap this up a little bit, let's jump a little bit into why I created the Clear Skin Playbook. Okay, because I want you guys to know who this is for, why I created it, and what the inspiration is behind this playbook. First of all, The Clear Skin Playbook is for the person who wants to see results. If you are thinking that you're going to get a quick fix out of this is not what this is for. This is for the long game. Because acne is about the long game. It is about consistency. It is about being patient. It is about being, just check marking everything that you need to check mark. That is the long game when it comes to acne. So this playbook is for the person who is like, okay, I really want to deep dive into what is going on with my skin, and that is what the acne quiz is for in this playbook, as well as the skin quiz, because that's going to be tools that are going to help you pinpoint what your skin type is, what your acne type is. And from there, you can figure out the ingredients that I list in there for you to use and all of that, right? So this playbook is for the person who wants to see results. um, yeah, sorry about that, you guys. I don't know what has been going on. T-Mobile, my service has been going in and out all day. Like it'll just randomly shut off or go like no bars. It's okay, you guys. We're gonna wrap this up because my service is really messing up and I don't know what is going on. Is it because we're having a storm coming our way? I don't know, but the service has been really crazy. But anyways, talking about the playbook, that is who it's for, okay? So I created this as a tool for those who are looking for a long-term situation. This is what it has been. So um hold on, I'm just making sure with my notes that we're on the right track here. Hopefully we don't go out again. Okay. All right. So pretty much in the Clear Skin Playbook, what you can expect is you can expect a skincare quiz, an acne quiz, routines, morning and night, just a quick shot of that. So you know with acne what you should be doing morning and night. There are some ingredients in there that you should be using. That is also for your skin type and also your acne type. We talk about lifestyle routine as well in there, just knowing like what stress, diet, things of that sort, and how they affect the skin. We also talk about hormones in there. So, that this guide or this playbook is just really a layout of what it is that you need to know or the things that you need to have in order for you to see the best results of your skin. All right. So once again, the link is going to be right in the comment section to the playbook, the Clear Skin Playbook. It is $12, but is now on a $5 sale for 24 hours, a $5 off sale for 24 hours, so it will be $7. So definitely go ahead and click the link and get y'all playlist, your playbook, okay? So now I'm going to open the floor to any Q&As, any questions that you guys may have before we are going to clear this out, and hopefully my service remains intact. Okay. If you want to also know, the playbook is about 14 pages long, so it's one, but it's a good one. Okay, it's a good one. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave the floor open for you guys to ask you questions about the playbook, about acne myths, anything that you may want to know. Mm-hmm. Okay, what time? We're on 26 minutes. But yeah, so if I was just to, I was gonna say if I was just to go off of the head and just ask questions. But I need for you guys to ask questions because I need to know what you guys want to know. But you guys are kind of quiet, so that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and go on. Um, but pretty much like all in all, like acne affects a lot. Like from my own experience, I know this. It affects your confidence. It affects how you move. You know, you talk to people. Your face is the first thing people are seeing, and you want to look your best. And so acne, it has an effect on not just your outer appearance, but also your inner confidence. And like I said, I've dealt with acne, so I know how that feels when your skin does not look its best. But I've been able to maintain my acne, keep my skin clear, and it shows. You're a lot more confident. You're a lot more, you know what you're doing because you have the tools now, you know what works for your skin. So it's all a system that works together. And not only is it about clearing your acne, but also maintaining your acne. And that's something else that I stress a lot too, because it's not just about, oh, I have clear skin now. It's about maintaining that clear skin. Because if you don't maintain that clear skin, what was okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end this live here because this service is going in and out. But once again, the playbook is linked here. If you guys have any questions about it, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I will definitely answer. And don't forget that there is a $5 off on this playbook for 24 hours, so it is currently down to $7. So click the link, get you some, and definitely start putting in that work so you can have clear skin all of 2026. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Wait, how do you end this thing?